Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea 2, Servette. Servette. Chelsea 2, Servette 0. We'll let the plane go past by first. Respect to the planes. We'll allow the plane to go by first. Then we start our review. Chelsea 2, Servette 0. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Conference League, UEFA Conference League playoff first leg. Now, if you haven't watched the match, you're probably thinking, what's wrong about that? 2-0, good performance. Chelsea, 2-0 win. Look, if you actually watch the match, honestly speaking, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to cut to the chase. I'm not going to dilly-dally around. It was an embarrassing performance, all right? It was a very embarrassing performance. Servette, Swiss, 5th team in their table. They've got no quality about themselves, yet the first half was so embarrassing. It looked like they were the home team. They were pressing good. They were, playing out from the back nicely. They were ticky-tacking the ball around. The only problem is, which is a lucky thing for us, if they had some level of quality, Servette, if Servette, Mr. Servette, had some level of quality, we would have been finito. They even had a chance right at the end to score 1 goal. In fact, they probably should have scored 2. We, on the other, I'm actually baffled. I thought this is one game. Look, we're not talking about, people talk about patience, means be patient. Chelsea fans need to be patient. We're not talking about playing against some of the European giants, or we're playing against a Premier League giant. We're not even talking about playing against mid-table teams in the Premier League. We are talking about Servette at Stamford Bridge. I honestly thought we are going to wipe the floor with them. I honestly thought our players are going to be buzzing, a lot of energy. We're going to be on their throats 24/7. We're going to be applying a lot of pressure. We're going to be throwing the kitchen sink at them. It's going to be wave after wave after wave attacks. We're going to hold possession. We're going to be absolutely mauling them. No, none of that. None of that. In fact, the first half, they probably had the better half. Look, if you look at the stats, Servette had 22 shots at our goal, as opposed to, I think, the 14 that we had. It was embarrassing. Even Enzo Maresca, he was animated in the first half. He was not enjoying one bit what he was saying. Oh, the biggest culprit is Mudryk. I've seen enough. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to call a lot of these players out. I've seen enough of Mudryk. Enough's enough, man. This is pathetic. This is not the levels that we require. At least with Madueke, even Madueke has flaws in his games. At least Madueke, the one thing you can get out of him is some goals. He'll give you goals. He'll give you assists. Madueke came on in the second half, actually had a pretty good game. Still some iffy moments here and there, but at least nice, lovely goal. Pedro Neto, I'll be patient with him. It's early days. He just needs to get himself accustomed. There's no doubt there's a top player there. Nkunku, I need more. He gets himself the penalty. He draws a good penalty, but not good enough, mate. Need a lot more from Nkunku. And to put salt in this rubbish performance, honestly, it was a rubbish. I don't care what any of you guys have to say in the comment section later on once this video is up, up and running. Is just being, negative Nancy. I don't care what you guys say. This was a rubbish performance. I'm sorry. You play like that. I dare you to play like this against any Premier League team. We've got Wolves coming up. I dare you to play like this against Wolves. Shaky in defense. As I keep reiterating, if Servette had any level of quality, gone. They have zero quality up front. We got away with it. I wonder how things are going to be when we go away. My only standout players, honestly, Renato Veiga probably was the standout player for me. He defended well. He carried the ball well. He passed well. Renato Veiga looks like a beast. He was probably my only standout. After that, close second, maybe Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. He produced some really good passes. Mark Guiu is another one. He needs a loan, man. He needs a loan. Mark Guiu, I'm sorry. At this level, in the preseason, he looked okay-ish, but as the preseason continued on, he fizzled out. But Mark Guiu, some of the stuff he was doing today. Open goal, he does well to press, win the ball, and then the open goal, he scuffs the shot. How are you scuffing the shot? What's wrong with our strikers that we get? They don't have the shooting ability. Guiu gets a lovely through ball from Dewsbury-Hall in the first half as well. He goes around the goalkeeper, he overhits it. And there was several times where Guiu, he was just bundled over. He was just easily, the ball was taken away from him. He probably needs a loan. The defense, I'm not convinced with Disasi. I'm not convinced with Badiashile. Tosin as well. All this money spent for all of these defenders, and we're still not convinced by any single one of them, and they still look so shaky. The amount of free kicks they had, the amount of set pieces they had. One of their brothers hit the bar as well. I'm pretty certain in the second half they hit the bar. They dribble. They then took the shot and they hit the bar. I've got no issues with our starting lineup. Maybe Madueke could have played. Look, the whole, you know how people say that, oh, Maresca's under control. He's the one who's making all the decisions in this football club. Really? If he's the one who's making all the decisions, why did Mudryk play the entire 90 minutes? Why did he even start? What has Mudryk done to warrant a start? Has Madueke, who's done at least better in the preseason, has he not starting? And he even vindicated the fact that he came on in the second half and scored. Maresca's not making any of these decisions. These are decisions that have been made above him. I'm pretty sure that he's been forced to utilize Mudryk. Enzo Fernandez in the second half came on and he's actually looked all right. A little bit deeper. Playing some good passes. Lovely pass for Madueke's goal. Beautiful pass from Enzo Fernandez. Well, once again, a bit deeper. But you cannot play all three, Enzo, Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. You see how today it was Enzo and Caicedo, and then Caicedo came off, and then Lavia came on. And both Caicedo and Lavia are playing as the deepest midfielder, as the sitter, proper sitter. Caicedo, 50-50 performance. He was captain. Nothing to rave about, nothing to be too down about. It was okay. That's about it. And that's me probably being generous. Honestly, a lot of hard work that needs to be done, man. I'm willing to be patient, but Maresca needs to start making the difficult calls. He needs to start playing the right people. Players that are not good enough, don't even bother. I don't want to see Mudryk start too many games. I've seen enough. Enough's enough. How is Mudryk? How are we not talking about Mudryk not being sold? How are we not talking about that? So many players we are talking about leaving the football club. They must go. How are we not forcing Mudryk out? Because you know why? Financially, this is a big problem for us. I don't know. Maybe politically, we want to keep him as well. Our owners, maybe they like Ukraine. I don't know. Maybe. But we have to work so hard. We don't seem to show the energy. We lack the energy. We lack the fitness. It looks like we are slower. How are we slower than Servette? How are we slower than them? Servette. How is Servette able to play around us so easily? And as I said, on top of that, the salt on this embarrassing performance is maybe Cole Palmer's injured. I'm just having a look at that. I'm having a look at the image where he's holding onto his hamstring. Maybe he's injured. He's holding onto his hamstring, thigh, whatever. I'm worried. We need Cole Palmer to be part of the team. Cole Palmer, when he came on, wasn't the greatest. He's just come back, no problems, willing to be patient. Obviously, he's got a lot of credit in the bank. But if he's injured, it's detrimental for us. Detrimental. I need this brother to be fit. I need this guy to help us out in the Premier League. I'm scared. I'm very, very scared. Let's see if João Felix features. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I'm going to wrap things up. This was an embarrassing performance. It really was an embarrassing performance. We won 2-0, no problems. We'll take that. But overall, I didn't like anything about our game. And if anything, Servette probably deserved 2 goals. They really did. It's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing that we could not put Servette away royally. It really was embarrassing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about the match, how you felt. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.